Hey, Little Lolo coming back down to Earth here, and evolution was a theory established by Charles Darwin, giving us insight to how we as a species have been able to adapt and acclimate ourselves to our environment, where we evolved from this to that. And I think clear evidence of this can be found on Twitch, where we get women coomer streamers who found loopholes in Twitch's policy in the early days of Twitch's existence, where it was against the rules to have their cameras exposed without any gameplay. So what these 5-head woman streamers would do is they would minimize the gameplay so fucking small in the corner and maximize their own cameras so that they would be the stars of the show. They would eventually start to evolve and adapt to much more than we ever expected. Hot tub streamers started to gain traction and built up so much momentum that the number of these niche streamers who most likely
had some page elsewhere where they sold their nudity for a monthly subscription
started to rise like a zombie apocalypse. At this point, it was too hard to detach from the system. They were part of the economy now. It was like an incurable disease or a heavenly paradise, depending on the way you looked at it. But now we created a monster, ladies and gentlemen. King Kong is on top of the Empire State causing havoc, and it's all our fault where we have arrived to this.
I can't! Bro, I can't!
Now this is the moment we reflect as a human degenerate population and ask ourselves, how did we get to this? Well, let's rewind. So there was a streamer that goes by the name Morgpie who found a loophole in Twitch's policy where you're not supposed to show exposed nipples, obviously. So what she did was put the camera where it was only up to her face, like this, go topless, like this, and start bouncing.
You know what I mean? Titan, thank you for the tier 3.
Now other woman streamers would soon follow this meta, but would all be banned, including Morgpie, which then sent them in an outrage because it was completely in their right to shake their breast with their shirts off, because I mean it didn't go against Twitch's policy, right? I mean, I guess that's logical. So Dan Clancy, the new Twitch CEO, since I believe is making any attempt to make Twitch profitable, would permit the policy that allowed quote unquote artistic nudity. Now Twitch is still kicking, but it is very expensive to run a business like this, which is why earlier this month Twitch decided to cut ties with Korean Twitch services. Very unfortunate decision, but it has me coming to the conclusion that the reason he decided to implement this new short-lived policy was because he felt like it could attract a bigger audience, thus making the site more monetary value. But what is this policy, you might ask? What is artistic nudity? Well, Twitch would allow fictionalized, uwu, big-titted anime woman getting penetrated by Yao Ming-sized tentacles as long as it was categorized in the art category. It was completely fine. Hentai was free to roam for the day. Now, as I've said, this policy was short-lived. It was like a fever dream. It was like the XXX purge of Twitch, where anything sexual was open to the public, like Black Fridays in the early 2000s. This shit was crazy. They would allow strippers pole dancing, big booties twerking, little booties twerking. I mean, they were just going crazy. I don't know what came over the higher-ups of Twitch. I'm starting to think this was all a marketing ploy because they saw that Kai Cenat was going to have Nicki Minaj on a stream, and they knew they would be blowing the opportunity of a lifetime if they didn't let her throw that ass back for the one time. Now, Twitch fucked up, and they knew this because obviously people were going to take advantage of this opportunity and basically turn Twitch into a campsite like Jerkmates, where AI deepfake generated woman Twitch streamers were streaming topless. Hentai once again was being explored, and you had Sacagawea as your navigator going through the depths of the woman's cervix. there was women shaking their ass, giving jerk-off instructions, and counting down for the lonely male variety. So much it was a shit show. Where Twitch decided to do a reverse Uno card and restore its website back to its original state only 2 days later. Now this would cause chaos among OnlyFans streamers, so in response, they would start streaming completely butt-ass naked with black censor bars, and once again, we're taking advantage of the loopholes of Twitch's policy. The floodgates were open, and obviously anybody who was doing this meta were getting banned left and right. It was like an all-you-can-eat buffet for bans. We even had male streamers jumping on this meta just to showcase the absurdity of this loophole. And that included Boogie2988, who said that Twitch banned him for being obese.
This is not my testicles. This is not my genitalia. Twitch, you banned me for being fat, you ableist pricks.
But yeah, what a weird way to end the year of 2023 for Twitch. Here's to many more weird things in 2024. Anyways, that's all for me. I'm off to another dimension. See ya.